Good morning, guys. So yesterday's topic, have you practiced yesterday's topics, everyone? Have any doubts regarding that? No doubts. Everyone is clear till yesterday's column, row, item, IDs. Okay, I hope you are clear with that. So, are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yesterday we have seen this item. Item name is there, row and column is there, right? So what I have done here is I have taken a rectangle. I have taken a rectangle here, and I have given a ID for this rectangle. Okay, width and height, color. Sorry. So width and height, color, and anchor center in dot parent. Okay. So if I run this, if I run this program, you can see here there is red color box in between middle of the this complete box, complete area. There is a in middle. There is a rectangle box is there. Am I right? Okay. So if I want to convert this rectangle area into, okay, if I want to convert this rectangle area into a mouse area, okay, mouse area is nothing but when we click on that rectangle, something should be happen. Something should be happen. How like your push button is going to work in widgets. If you know, if you have done widgets, then you know that how push button is going to work, right? In the same way, if you want to convert any rectangle into an like a button area or something, touch area, we can do that actually. Okay, so by the help of mouse area. Okay, so within the rectangle we have to write mouse area. Okay, if you want to convert this rectangle area is nothing but just wait, I'll show you. So this is an output of your program, right? So this area, this is the rectangle we have created, right? So this rectangle area, okay, when we click on this rectangle, something has to be happen. For that, there is an option called mouse area. There is an option called mouse area here. So to affect that rectangle area only, so that the meaning here is this mouse area should be written within this rectangle only. Okay, within this rectangle only. If you write this mouse area outside this rectangle box or something else in window, so the complete window mouse area is going to be act like as an touch input. Okay, like a push button. Complete window is going to be taken as a input. Okay, to avoid that, we have to do here, for this, when we click on this rectangle only, we have to do some operation here, right? So that's why we have given here mouse area. For this mouse area also, anchors dot fill parent. Here again, anchors dot fill parent means here who is the parent of this rectangle? This rectangle is the parent for this mouse area. This rectangle is the parent for this mouse area. Okay, so what is the width and height where you're going to get from this mouse area, from this rectangle mouse area is there, right? For this rectangle mouse is there, right? From this we are going to get the width and height of the mouse area. For this mouse area we are going to get the width and height of from the this rectangle. Okay, because parent means before that what is the item is there, that is the from there itself we are going to get the width and height. Okay, so next here there is an option called, there is a signal called on clicked. Here there is a signal called on clicked. Okay, so in qt generally we are going to write q debug, right? Q debug to see the output what is going to be happened over there, and all those things. Here we are here we are going to do in qml we are going to see console.log. Console.log. Okay, console.log is going to be act like as an input, like q debug is nothing but how we can say like printf cout is there, right? In the same way in qml if you want to debug something else whether that is coming or not, whether the data is going to be read or not, in that way we have to do here is console.log. Console.log is the debugging output. Okay, we can see some on mouse area clicked. Okay, so now what should happen here? If I click on this, if I click on this mouse area, we have to see some output here. Here when I'm going to click on this mouse area, we can see here on mouse area clicked. In the output section, application output section, in application output section we can see the output here. So when I'm going to click on this, when I'm going to click on this button, just clear it. When I click on this rectangle button, you can see here the mouse area is going to be clicked here. The mouse area is getting clicked here. Okay, so now the task here is once what we can do with this. Okay, okay, there is an item here is there, right? Here is an item is there, right? So I want to, when I click on this mouse area, when I'm going to click on this mouse area, okay, on the first click it has the item should not be visible. Item should be hide here. Item should be hide here. So once again if I click on the same rectangle, the item should be displayed. Okay, so how we can achieve that? Okay, once if it is going to be clicked here, name one dot visible. If it is true, I'm going to make it as a false. Okay, so now I have written a small logic here, whether when I click on this mouse area, it has to be, one should be once if it is visible, if it is already visible, I'm going to make it is to hide. Again once I click on the same mouse area, if it is in hiding mode, we have to show it as a visible thing. Getting into the visible thing. Just first of all we'll run this. Now it is has been hidden, right? Again if I click on this mouse area, it is getting disappear. Once I click on the mouse area, it is getting appear. The item is complete, item is going to be getting appear. First click, second click, first click, second click, first click, second click. Okay, so how this is going to work? Okay, so we can write conditions, if and else, and all those things, all conditions how we are going to work for your C and C++. The same conditions is going to be working here. Okay, if you want to access this item properties, if you want to access this item properties, there is be a id is there, right? Yesterday we have talked about this id. Okay, with this id name, with this id name, so we are able to get the properties of this item. We are able to get the properties of this item with this ID name. So I'm going to use this ID name in this rectangle. I'm going to use this ID name in this rectangle what we have created, and in rectangle where we have going to create on mouse area we are going to create, right? On mouse area where we have created a mouse area here. In that mouse area, when we click on that, area we are going to get this signal called on clicked. Okay, when we click on that mouse area we are going to get signal called on clicked. On this on clicked we are going to see on mouse area clicked. Okay, when this is clicked I'm going to get the name one is visible or not. If visible is going to return true or false. Visible is going to return true or false. Okay, so if it is true I'm making it as a false. If it is already false then I'm making it as a true. If you want to assign something to these items we are going to use like this. Name dot visible is equal to true. Name dot visible is equal to, we are going to assigning means we have to show initial from us from others, not within this item or not within this rectangle. If you want to assign something else from outside of with the using of this ID, we are going to use this equal to here. Here we are going to use equal to. Within this rectangle itself means we are going to use colon. Just remember this point. Just remember this point. Okay, so if you want to use with this within this we're going to use colon. If you want to use some other item with this ID, we are going to use this dot visible or something which you're going to get, and we are going to assign with equal to. Okay, so this is how your mouse area is going to work along with this ID names. How ID names are going to be used within this page we have seen now. Till now if you have any doubts you can ask me. Till now if you have any doubts you can ask me.
Sir, a small doubt here. Sir, using for loop like that, for loop, do while loop is semicolons required. Like that, here is you using if condition. Name on dot visible. Okay. Then after that use else. Sir, he's not taking a semicolon last one. If condition I know not require a semicolon, but else part also not taking semicolon. Means sir, any name that one procedure.
This is a scripting language. There is no need of including how you are going to write exactly the C and C++. It won't work here. Okay, so there is no
Okay.
there is not needed any semicolon here. The logic how it is going
Okay.
to
That.
work is going to be same. If and
Okay.
if else if this how this is going to work is going to be same, but the syntax how we are
Okay.
going to follow between C and C++ and Python it's going to be different, right? In the same way here also it's going to be like this. There is no need of mentioning any semicolon here.
Okay.
Any other doubts? Others having any other doubts? You have no doubts? Okay then. So next coming to this component. What is this component and how it is going to work actually? So all of you know constructors in C++, right? All of you know this constructor in C++, right? So what is the purpose of constructor? We are able to initialize something when the object is created, right? So that is the main purpose of your constructor. Okay, in the same way, if you want, on completing of loading this page, if you want to do something within this page, if you want to load by defaultly when the page is loaded, so there is a component called uncompleted. So component dot uncompleted. So what is the purpose of this? What we can do with here is nothing but, so when the page is loaded defaultly, when the page is going to be loaded, after loading the page, this method is going to get called. This method is going to get called. Okay, this method is going to get called here. So what is, how this is going to be, what we can do here is nothing but, we can initialize uh, page after loading. We can initialize init page after initializing after the page is loaded here. Okay, so for this page is going to be work, for each and every component is also there will be a component dot uncompleted. There is a, for each and every element as having component dot uncompleted. For this also, for this rectangle, when this rectangle is loaded, this method is going to be called. Okay, when this rectangle is loaded within the QML page, this method is going to get loaded here. If you want to do something here itself, we can do. For this assigning something to this rectangle or something else we have to do, we can do here. Okay, just to show an example, I will take one thing here. So on component completed, the mouse area rectangle mouse area color is red here, right? So I'm going to change that color to, on completing of this page loading, so I'm going to I want to change this mouse dot color to yellow. I've just changed this mouse dot color to yellow. When the component means the page complete, when the page is loaded completely, immediately the color is going to be assigned as yellow here. You can see here the now color has been came as yellow here. The same is the same thing is the same component work is going to be happened here. No issue. But when the component completed, when the component is completed, I have changed, by default it is going to be in red color, but I have changed that color to yellow. Okay, by defaultly it has been red color, but I have changed it in the component that completed means, once the page is completely loaded, when the page is completely loaded, this area is going to be called. I'm just going to give an console here, console.log on QML page loading done. On QML page loading done. So you can see here, once if I run this program, you can see on QML page loading done. Okay, once the program is loaded, one on QML page loading is done, you can see here in the output here. Immediately the next line is going to be executed, mouse dot color is going to be changed as a yellow here. Okay, here in yellow or else you can give in hex format also, hex color format also you can give. In hex color format also you can give here with the help of hash. Color codes, I think you know the color codes, right? So I want to select this blue, something blue shade. Okay, so just copy this one, and we can assign here. We can assign here with hash. Okay, so we should assign with this hash. Okay, now the color has been changed to blue. Okay, so this is how we have to give your custom colors. If there is any custom color or yellow, green, these red regular colors also you can give as a name, or if you want to give any gradient color, we have to use this hash. We have to use this hash. Okay, this is how your component dot on completed is going to work. This is how your component dot on completed is going to work. So this is on component dot on completed is going to work for a complete QML page, or for this items, rectangles, mouse areas, whatever it may be. This for these components also you're going to work for this component dot on completed. Okay, so till on component dot on completed, if you have any doubts you can ask me regarding component. Have you understand about this component dot on completed? Anyone else having doubts, you can ask me now.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
हाँ sir, sir, I want this mouse na. You touch that one to hidden that output rectangle. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I want means you are completed na. Then I want to sir putting that click na means mouse click one time. They going to 1 second or 2 seconds. Means I to say delay sir. I want to delay that one. Means same C logic sir. Means embedded C logic.
No, the same logic. How you're going to sleep over there in embedded C logic?
Sorry.
In embedded C or embedded C logic is there, right? You're going to wait for some time to hide that, right?
Huh.
How you're going to write over there?
No, no, right, sir. I only my one doubt asking the same logic working or not, sir. Like that delay taking delay 1,000 over 1,000 microsecond. Then he's taking 1 minute like that. Is working here.
No working here. We have to write timer here.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
We have to take their delay is a function there, so which is provided
Okay.
by default. Microcontroller is going to be we are going to use this tool, IDEs or programming language. They are going to provide you this Qt, not Qt,
Hmm.
keylor. We are going to use the right
Yes,
provide
skill
program.
ID.
Yeah, so they are going to provide this method function called delay there. Okay, so you are going to
Okay.
pass
Hmm.
some integer over there till that integer
Okay.
completing of that time. So they are going to wait over there. Okay, wait in that function itself. Okay, here we
Yes.
can't
Yes.
we can't do like that. Okay, so why? Because if you
Okay.
try to put any while loop or some for loop here, the UI is going to get hang
Hmm.
here.
Yes.
Okay, UI is going to get hang over there. Okay, so
Hang.
for to do that,
Okay.
there is will be a timers will be there.
Timer.
Yeah, timer will be there. So with the help of timers we
Okay.
can achieve that. With some delay,
Okay, sir.
uh, we can disable that name dot visible or some
Oh,
rectangle.
okay, sir.
Any other doubts?
Sir, I have text you.
Hello. Hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I have text you.
Wait, wait. So Deepak is asking, sir, in Qt creator circle shape push button is possible or not? We can make it a rectangle and you can make that as a circle and you can make that as a mouse area. You can use it as a button, right? You can this is going to act like an your push button. This is going to be like act like as your push button.
Not in QML, sir. In Qt.
You're talking about this is also Qt only. Just differentiate between Qt widgets or QML. Just mention that it is in Qt widgets or QML. You're talking about Qt widgets. Okay. Qt widgets also is that possible by coding only. By coding we can do that. I will give you an I will give you an example program for that. You have any doubt? Other doubts? Anyone having other doubts regarding this? Just you can ask me regarding this session itself, or QMT QML itself. Other questions we can ask separately. Your interview questions regarding you have any doubts, you can ask separately. This session details or Q2 QML doubts you have having, you can ask me. QSTR. It's not necessary to give those things, but this is the just a conversion from it. We are telling that is a string text is going to we are assigning to a title. That's it. It's not mandated to give this. Without this also it will work for this title or text. Anywhere else it is going to work. So you're talking about this ID, Deepak. With this, without this ID also it will work.
Yes.
Yeah, without this ID also it will work, no problem. But what is the logic we have written right now is not going to work. If you are not going to do anything with that item or rectangle or components, there is no need of mentioning this IDs here. If you're dealing based upon uh, if you are dealing with this in some other items or some other components, then we have to do with ID only. There is no other option. Any other questions? So with this rectangle, you can create your oval symbols or circle symbols by using that mouse area. You can make it as a push button. Uh, you can make some text into that rectangle or push me or something you have to show. You can show it. Okay. By using color gradient, you can give different colors also. Okay. So component on completed, we can make some changes into that QML page once it is loaded. Okay, later on we can get into back we can get back to the normal if you want to changes you can do. Okay, till now if you have any doubts you can ask me. Tomorrow you're going to see establishing communication between your QML to C++. You're establishing communication between your QML to C++, how you're going to get data from C++ to QML. Okay.
Sir, can we give image to the push button?
Yeah, we can give. Here we can take an image. We can load the image, and for that image, you can write mouse area that is going to be act like a push button. Tomorrow we are going to see two things. One is establishing communication between C++ with QML, QML to C++ data passing. Okay. Second thing is loading an image in QML page, and you can make that image into a like push button also. Okay, when you click on that image, how you are going to pass data to this data from QML to C++. Okay, these topics you are going to cover tomorrow. Okay, so try to practice today. Try to practice about these things what we have uh, taught today. Okay, see you in tomorrow class.